Different goals require different approaches. Hello everyone, and welcome to Key Insights for Corporate Trainers. I'm your instructor, Rodney Lowe. In this series, we will explore 3 essential concepts that every internal trainer should master, helping you elevate your effectiveness and excel in this role. In the first episode, we'll talk about our perspective on learning. In fact, every corporate training program has specific objectives. Across different companies and industries, corporate training typically aims to achieve 6 key goals. The first objective is skills development. For specific skills required by the company, training programs are designed to help employees acquire them in order to meet organizational needs. The second objective is consensus building. Training is provided to help employees establish a shared understanding of what the company expects, whether regarding work processes or team interactions, fostering this consensus collectively. The third objective is problem solving. It provides practical solutions to the company's current challenges and helps participants use the methods learned in the training to solve these problems. The fourth objective is experience transfer. As a company grows, it will inevitably develop its own domain know-how. This domain know-how is passed on through internal trainers, with the key being to master all relevant internal SOP and working methods. The fifth objective is morale boosting. Training helps raise everyone's morale and motivates them to work together to achieve higher or more challenging goals. The sixth objective is team cohesion. Many companies like to hold such activities at the end of the year to strengthen mutual trust within the team and increase everyone's willingness to stay in the team and work together. Of course, each lesson has different goals, missions, and tasks. Therefore, each internal instructor must first clarify the theme, context, and background of each lesson and determine the appropriate goals for it before delivering it. In fact, different courses may have 1 to 3 objectives. Once we are aware of the objectives, what we need to do is strengthen the course delivery, adjusting our methods according to the specific goals. Let's look at each goal one by one. If the goal of today's course is skills development, how should we adjust our approach? I'll give you 2 key concepts. The first is called knowledge system. That means we should try to help our team members to learn the domain know-how system with the whole picture, so that everyone can see that what I have learned is a systematic concept rather than a collection of fragmented pieces. The second idea is called drill operation. During training, some practice activities should be arranged so that everyone can master this ability and internalize it through real practicing. The second goal is consensus building. When our course needs to achieve this goal, there are 2 key concepts. The first key concept is benefits. Everyone should consider what benefits we will have in building this consensus, and what advantages we will gain. Please remember, if we want to form a consensus but people don't see any benefit for themselves, then this course becomes merely a didactic session. Okay? The second key concept is called behavioral alignment. Regarding the consensus we want to form, what behaviors should be exhibited in the workplace and in the office, and what behaviors should we actively practice? This is called behaviors. Therefore, any consensus building experience course must bring out the relevant behaviors. The third goal is problem solving, and I'd like to share 2 key concepts with you. The first is problem definition. We need to clearly define the problem, including its background, environment, machines, and production lines. Many people find it difficult to apply the skills because they don't understand what kind of scenarios require these techniques. Not all techniques are suitable for every problem. The second concept is called the operating method. Of course, any problem can only be solved by having a method and steps. Therefore, in the course, we must explain the operating method and steps clearly. The fourth objective is experience transfer, and I'd like to share 2 concepts. The first concept is background statement, which means providing a clear account of the company's rise, how new technologies, products, or production lines were introduced, so that even those who were not present at that time can have a clear understanding of the people, events, and context of that era. The second concept is action development, which refer to the methods our predecessors created based on the historical background, the SOPs they developed, and the detailed steps they took. Since the goal is to pass on experience, it ensures that the next generation can fully learn and apply these. The fifth goal is morale boosting. I'll give you 2 ideas for this as well. The first concept is positive energy. When you have the opportunity to represent the company to conduct such courses, please remember that if the lecturer on stage doesn't have enthusiasm and positive energy, the audience's morale cannot be effectively boosted. The second concept is target energy. This means that such courses must help the team identify with a major direction and goal, such as the new product the company will launch in the second half of the year or the performance target we need to achieve this quarter. This is called target energy. If a team has no goals to follow or direction to work toward, but the atmosphere is artificially hyped to raise morale, this is considered self-indulgence. The final goal is team cohesion, which I'll describe in two concepts as well. The first concept is tacit understanding. The course must incorporate many activities to make people to talk, observe, and discuss how to carry out the mission. All of it, we can help everyone cultivate their working tacit understanding, get to know each other, and further strengthen that tacit understanding. The second concept is positive interaction. All activities should involve interaction. This interaction does not refer to the interaction between teachers and students, but rather the interaction between students themselves. Since they are a team, the key point here is that the words positive indicate that the overall experience of all interactions should be good. Through this positive feeling of interaction and collaborative atmosphere during training, their team cohesion in future work can be strengthened. In the first episode, we shared what we should understand about our learning. In fact, every class and every training session organized by a company has a goal. Different goals require different skills during the course. Let's review these 6 objectives. Skills development, consensus building, problem solving, experience transfer, morale boosting, team cohesion. Once we have a clear understanding of learning, the general direction for conducting our lessons will become clearer. Just wake up. See you in the next episode.